Alright, so I get this question all the time every week is, how do I train? Why isn't my training working? What do I do to train? What isn't working? It comes down to two things, adaptation and resources. So adaptation, the goal of the body is to keep you alive with the most limited resources they can. And your body knows that stress can kill you. So here's how it works. You stress your body adapts to the stress, then it's no longer stressed anymore. Need an example? We got Donatello here. He wants to be able to bench press a little bit more. And your body's like, oh, it's so heavy, I just can't do it. So what does it do? Your body adapts. It's like, okay, we need some more muscle fibers and we need some more other stuff. Go into that guy's arms, stat, or else he's gonna break and die. So your body goes, once it gets all that stuff, it adapts. And what happens to you? You become stronger. And then what happens? The weight isn't so heavy anymore and your body's like, whoo! We can keep doing stuff. He's just staring at you all happy. This works for absolutely anything your body does, from running, to jumping, to throwing, to stretching, to kicking, to whatever you guys can think of. That's how it works. The stress you put on your body will adapt to that stress. So you have to be careful. And you have to think about, how do you want your body to react to the stress you're placing on it? And this is also why you need to change the workout plan. And you need to change the stressors, because if you maintain the same stress the whole time, your body's already adapted and no changes will be made. You need to change the stressor. Guys, don't tell Carrie, but I need to use her candy drawer for the next, don't tell her, I won't eat any. The next important thing to think about are resources. Let me show you. Alright, so when I'm writing training plans for people, most people want everything. They can't choose one, they want everything, but it doesn't work that way. Here's a good example. I get a lot of people who say, I want to be a sprinter and a distance runner. It doesn't work like that. Here's how it makes sense. Again, don't tell Carrie I'm using these. Think of the M&Ms like your body's resources. This is speed and power, this is long distance running. This is fast twitch muscle fibers, this is slow twitch muscle fibers. Your body can do one or the other, or else there's opposing forces fighting each other. So if these are the resources, if you want to be a good sprinter, you will put the majority of your resources to being a good sprinter. But you won't be a very good distance runner. Or if you want to be a good distance runner, you train really hard and you move all your resources over to the distance running side. 16 M&Ms to make you a good distance runner, or 16 M&Ms to make you a good sprinter. Here's what tends to happen if people want both. They split it up. So now you're an average sprinter and you're an average distance runner. And you could argue that this is kind of what multi-event athletes are, but most of them are more sprint-based. Like look at Ashton Eaton. Most of the events in the decathlon are very fast twitch, very intense. And they're not as good distance runners. That's why Ashton Eaton, he's really good at a lot of this stuff, but his weakest stuff is probably the mile. So you gotta decide where you wanna put your resources for. Do you wanna be average at both, or put more resources into one or the other and be really good at the sprint or the distance? Pole vault is a sprinting, fast, intense event. That's where your resources should be. That's about it for lifting, guys. So I know some of you will probably have some questions like, well, if I lift a lot of heavy weights, my body's moving slow, so how do you work that out? Well, think of this video as like training 101. That's more like training 102, where we talk about with your training, let's say this is a 3-month cycle, your intensity is low, and as your training progresses over time, you want the intensity to increase while the volume starts high and decreases. I'll talk about this more. This is a little advanced.